does her own thing, but we'll see
it is going to be the
Amaryllis
Sonic
can make
here.
it work against Sonic. Interesting, because it's not as though Bayonetta's the worst matchup for Sephiroth. He's quite light, can get out of some combos. He's got a big sword, but he's not got a big frame necessarily. I guess he's tall. He's not thick or anything, but we'll see how the Sonic goes for now.
Well, I think personally, how I've always felt about this game is that you need at least 2 to 3 characters to cover every matchup in this game, right? So granted, if things go wrong for Ken in this first match, we got the Sephiroth to kind of carry it up. But regardless, Amaryllis, definitely one of the better Bayo mains coming out of Tri-State. They're actually a static duo with Harsnow, who we saw a little bit earlier. So we get both halves of the team here. Amaryllis definitely performed decently from what I remember at Riptide. But we'll be able to see Ken here, who is back at Glitch. We've seen Ken come a lot to MTBA, I'm pretty sure. So it's nice to see him back.
Had enough attendance in America last season to get on the PGR North American tier list, and it's probably going to happen again with a bit of Glitch success. Will Ken get any more tournaments in America this year? I'm not too sure about that one, but he's been to Canada and MDBA twice within a year. That's an avid traveler.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, okay, just going to read the ABK with the up smash. Keeping it nice and simple. That's kind of what I love about Smash sometimes is sometimes you don't need to see all this aggressive gameplay. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, I know you're going to air dodge here, so let me just punish it with the up smash. But Amaryllis definitely keeping it very close right now, going for the spot dodge, but honestly, Ken.
She just said the dreadful as she went for the F smash that didn't even come out. It was literally just reacting to not getting the attack.
Okay, here we go. Amaryllis. They're doing such a good job of keeping Ken at bay, which is sometimes very hard to do versus Sonic. But, and keeping it very close, going to use the heel slide in. Here comes at least the classic Bayonetta combo. It won't get the stock, but it's definitely stacking up the damage. And all that Amaryllis really needs to do is just stay patient. Exactly.
Like, it hasn't been the slowest game exactly. We've got 5 minutes on the clock, but stocks have been lost from both. They're already at mid%. It's definitely, like, both Bayo and Sonic will... It's almost like Sonic will voluntarily play a game slowly while Bayonetta will involuntarily play a game slowly, because sometimes she just cannot kill. Even in this day and age where Bayonettas have gotten so much better at killing, like Bloom Forever can kill you from pretty much any situation, but there are other Bayonettas beyond Bloom and Mistake now. Like Amaryllis is a huge example, and I'm seeing more and more every day.
Okay, here we go. Amaryllis gets the kick in, but just going to go for the forward throw at this point. I like the witch time. It's one of the things about Amaryllis is that they really don't go for it as much as other Bayonetta players do, but now kind of baiting it out. Ken is very cognizant of it and now punishing for it. Going to use the spring to get the gimp here. See if the back throw is potentially going to do it. It will not. A couple more percent and that should be trouble.
I wonder if part of the Sonic choice is just based on Smash 4 experience. Ken's had to play Bayonetta a lot when Bayo was at her peak. Not as good an ultimate, but still very used to fighting her with Sonic from that previous game, whereas Sephiroth versus Bayo is just a complete mystery. The option's there. We're avoiding the theme of the event for now, but we'll never say never. The dash attack for now, though, will get that kill on Amaryllis, and Ken looking to be on game point.
Yep. Okay, gonna find the witch twist up. Can't find the back air, though. Ken is very tricky with the DI. I've seen Ken DI multiple ways at this point. But now here comes Amaryllis. I feel like they put themselves in the corner to try and get the up tilt back air, which I like. Instead of just going for the witch time, you're gonna try and convince somebody to come approach you, but now Ken gonna be able to find the spin shot. Amaryllis, though, going to be able to recover, but for how long? Ken doing such a good job of keeping them off the side of the stage. I love the guns there. Very smart.
Say, you know what, I'm a stock down, but when I see an opportunity to get some damage on the board, I am taking it. I'm shooting this hedgehog with my gun. It got 2% on or something like that. But now Sonic will be looking to take the stock instead. Ken is doing brilliantly. Amaryllis, though, doing better in that instance. That's a big back air kill. Yeah,
that's the second back air that we've actually seen coming out from Amaryllis. Like I was talking about, it's definitely one of their favorite KO options here. But let's see if Amaryllis is going to be able to play patient enough here. And you have to play very patient versus Sonic. You don't want to let yourself kind of get antsy for the KO here, but Ken just going to roll out. Let's get something started once more, and it's just a little bit of game of footsies right now. Just trying to feel each other out, but unfortunately, Ken not going to go for the back throw here. Instead, just going to go for the forward throw to try and get the mix-up.
Yeah, the back throw definitely wouldn't have killed, so I guess the only explanation there was just trying not to steal the move, or maybe a DI mix-up. I definitely still would have expected a back throw just for stage control, if nothing else, but Ken will find a different opportunity to get the KO with that forward air. A good game one, but there's plenty more to come, because Amaryllis very good in their own right.
I think Ken has had that hoodie ever since Smash 4. Like I said, I did not, like, I watched Smash 4. I wasn't, like, actively playing it. I was playing Melee during the time, but I definitely remember Ken wearing that hoodie for, like, ages of tournaments. Maybe you can validate that thought.
Yeah, no, it's got a Pokemon symbol on the side of it. It's not a Sephiroth symbol, is it?
Oh, that's true. Still, oh, speaking of Sephiroth, you asked for it, and we shall receive.
Let's go. All right, folklore and rock and roll. Let's get the Sephiroth and see, if anything, a comparison. How much better or worse is it going to do? Can Amaryllis sneak out a game? Will Ken take it more decisively? We've had the adaptation game.
Yeah, this one's going to be very interesting because I don't think we have like that super solid Sephiroth player that only plays Sephiroth in at least Long Island where they hail from. Not that I can remember. I think maybe Ippo, but Ippo's playing a lot more Cloud than Sephiroth. But I mean, so far it's pretty even right now. I mean, the thing is, like, everyone's just like, oh, well, what about Tweak? And it's like, Tweak has been playing a little bit more PT and Diddy than he has been playing Sephiroth.
Sephiroth's been practically gone because you'd think Sephiroth, one of the best characters for fighting Steve in the game, and Tweak fought a lot of Steve at Summit last weekend, but didn't even try Sephiroth. So we're relying on Ken to show us what this character can do, and of course all our other excellent Sephiroth players who are in attendance at Blitz Regen. Almost too many to count, genuinely.
Yeah, Amaryllis, so taking the percentage lead right now, and Sephiroth rather light, so maybe potentially a forward throw with a couple more like pummels could potentially just take this first stock off of Ken. And I like the way that, once again, Amaryllis is just not baiting for this KO option, but you're going to heal slide right into Ken. Ken trying to read where Amaryllis is going to go. I like how he didn't commit to the up air, instead just trying to read the trajectory, and the forward air didn't exactly KO, but Ken going to be able to find that F tilt.
How many characters can punish Bayo back air from that far away? Sephiroth, a big example of that. And now, can you get another attack on Bayo to reclaim the lead finally? Maybe even get the first stock, or is Amaryllis gonna pull a surprise? Again, maybe showing why the Sonic was picked in the first place.
Back air is going to take the first stock here for Ken at 156 right now. Definitely very possible for Bayonetta to find an option, but I feel like Amaryllis is getting a little bit antsy right now. The orbs are on, but you lost your jump. That is so unfortunate for Amaryllis because the stock 1 neutral was so fantastic.
Yeah, and it took so long as well. We've only just passed the 5-minute mark. But Amaryllis just had to lose that second stock. They will take their first with a very good dash attack, just barely enough to take it off. But now Ken has so much more leeway to play with, and the wing will come out at some point, even when you get your comeback going.
Yeah, it's very scary as well when Ken gets that initial up throw, right? It's up throw nair, and you never know how much percentage you could take. But now Ken has Amaryllis trapped up in the air here, so Amaryllis just going to tease the guns, but again, trying to slide in, not going to be able to find anything, using the bats to escape the back air here, but Ken once more using the nair as kind of this combo breaker, which is one of like Sephiroth's best moves in my opinion. Nair, I think it's frame 7 or something like that.
It's so funny as well because it's so clearly designed to not give Sephiroth an overpowered Nair. Imagine if Sephiroth had Cloud Nair and just swung his whole sword around his body. There's nothing to stop Sephiroth from doing that physically. If he wanted to, he could swing his sword around at an arc and just have a Nair that's the size of the Pokemon Stadium circle. But he says, no, I'm just going to click my fingers. I'm just going to combo you a bit. He's not even trying to beat you, and it's still good.
It's true. Okay, Wing is now going to come online here as Amaryllis trying to find this back here to get something started. Gonna find a little bit of a string, but Ken gonna be able to find a way out. But the down air is going to at least bring us the last stock. You can't help but to wonder if you're Amaryllis, what this game would look like if they didn't fall, unfortunately, at the beginning of this game. But now, here we go.
Being a winner. Still going to try and fight their way back to it anyway. If Amaryllis pulls this off, that's just worthy of a gold medal, frankly. Oh, hold on! Are we going to get it, Lyric?
We will.
We have got it! Amaryllis, despite throwing their stock away there, has brought it to a 1-1 with a huge combo on Sephiroth off the top. Lyric, are we going to see Sonic again?
Probably.
I think so.
I think we'll see Sonic again, but I think it's very it's very important to note that Amaryllis did that with 2 stocks. Amaryllis lost that second stock very, very early. Yeah, Ken switch it back to the Sonic. No more games.
Do it. Amaryllis might just win anyway.
I dare you.
Because Amaryllis was playing on fire.
Yeah, very true. All right, here we go. Game number 3. We got Ken, Amaryllis. This would be a very big upset for them. I would be very happy, as Amaryllis is definitely one of the nicest people in Tri-State. They are such a joy to be around. And like I said, they're very good at doubles too with their partner Harsnow. So I would love to see a good singles win for them.
Yeah, and very rarely do you need to bring attention to a stage choice of Pokemon Stadium 2, because usually it's the default. But when you're Bayo, that matters. This is not her best stage. It is one that she got the combos on Sephiroth to kill him with, but against Sonic, I feel like a few more platforms might be what Amaryllis was after. Things are going southward fast now, though.
Yeah, definitely Ken. A lot more aggressive and a lot more comfortable on the Sonic, but here comes Amaryllis. Not going to be able to find the Witch Twist all the way up here, so now it's just Ken trying to find the mark. But we've seen this before. Amaryllis is able to make magic happen with above 100%, but Sonic Fair off of the side, so good and strong.
Back air just barely missing its mark there. Amaryllis could have almost started to equalize if that was just a little bit closer. Ken is doing the right thing right now, just staying in one place under a platform so that you can't land on me. You've got to come and hit me. I'm Sonic at the end of the day. You know what we're known for. I'm not the most defensive Sonic in the world. You'll see some of that throughout Glitch Regen. But why fight when you don't have to?
That's, I mean, very, very true, too. Now Amaryllis just trying to find a ABK in, but not going to be able to find anything. And now Ken just playing it passive at this point. Ken is what I'd like to call a, yeah, I heard the Dreadful. Ken is like a hybrid Sonic to me, right? Like, definitely goes for the aggressive options, but definitely is not shy to just saying, you know what, I can wait. Like, that's okay. But now Amaryllis on their last stock here, and they have yet to find the first stock off of Ken. Gonna be able to find the pivot grab into a couple of more hits. Ken just absolutely toying in and out with Amaryllis at this point.
Yeah, this would be an even bigger comeback than the last one if Amaryllis pulled it off. They will not. The recovery fails them once again, but that was a fantastic set, which in the end goes in Ken's favor. We'll be seeing a lot more Ken tonight. May collide with Yoshi later on. That would be hype as heck.
That would be crazy if that actually happened. I would be super hyped for that, but I'm also super hyped to be passing it on to our friends. It's Let It Rain and Dara who will be taking you guys.
Duo.
Yeah, that's a great duo.
We've got one of the best talents in the local area in Let It Rain, and Dara, one of the most world-known travelers for commentators around the world. Very, very good.
Toaster, shout yourself out.
That's right. I have been Taylor the Toaster. Yes, I'm from the UK. We'll let that go for the rest of the event now. We need to say nothing ever again.
We need a sign. I'm from the UK. Even a piece of paper.
What's this penguin?